now rejoining Nipsey Hussle's hearse here at the funeral home. You got it. You hearing anything? I had it off. They lost visual? I hear you, Ron. Copy. That's right, and they really had minimal, traffic units to help escort the procession at their disposal. LAPD did not partake in the escort. It was all private motorcycles, private security who provided some clearance at most of the intersections, but at times they got stuck in traffic. At other points, we've seen motorcycles and other members of the community joining the pursuit, trying to keep up on bicycles and scooters and running along with the procession. And it's been a very interesting afternoon here in South LA. But again, with the exception of a little bit of stampede at one point over on Crenshaw and Slauson, where there were a couple of minor injuries, but LAPD was quickly able to regain control of that situation. With that exception, though, it's really been a very dignified day and a really, I would say, a successful funeral procession here. Despite a couple of exceptions, it's been really a pretty calm day and a really emotional day for a lot of the folks who you see right here in this shot. I'm not sure they are. It looks like somebody's trying to push them back and get them in reverse. I think they would like to, at this point, close that white gate. You can see some people have actually, made their way through there for really no good reason. There's no business at this point being on the premises there. They really want to back those vehicles up, which is going to be a challenge now that they've kind of made it this far with all of those people that have crowded 38th or 39th Street, rather. It's going to be a little bit difficult there, but they will eventually clear that area. I mean, again, I think the point is there's just not much left to see here today, and they would like to clear the area before it gets too dark, as you mentioned, David. Right. Yeah, I think he's from the Nation of Islam. I believe I saw him a little bit earlier in the procession. So he's now trying to allow them to close that gate. And any of these other cars that don't belong, I don't know which ones are officially part of the procession or not exactly, but these will be able to, there you go, see the gate is closing. Any of these other vehicles on this side of the gate can be let out on the other side. It's almost like a drive-through, this parking lot at this funeral home. So they can still exit the parking lot, and they still have a lot of folks in there that don't really belong in there. But I think for the time being, it looks like everything is under control down there. It's just a massive crowd that has, won't let him close the gate. So now it looks, I mean, he's only one man. There's really only so much he could do, to be honest with you. Look. Yeah, they're letting a few more vehicles in. The problem is some of these, I mean, still you have folks who are, crowding the vehicles, crowding that white gate, and there's a real danger, of getting hit by these cars. I mean, they're going to close the gate again, but there are still other cars, again, whether they're part of the official procession or not, I don't know, but they're still trying to get in here. It looks like they're taking the opportunity. They're going to close that gate, and hopefully that'll be it. And they can regain control of the area here. I would not be surprised if LAPD, those officers that we saw a little bit ago, make their way over to this side of the funeral home and begin dispersing the crowd. At this point, I mean, it's a peaceful crowd, obviously, but they don't want to let it, there's no sense in blocking traffic. I mean, look at that. Once again, opening the gate, letting some more people in here, and including some more vehicles. So, I mean, this could go on for a little bit here, but again, they can drive through here. It's impossible for these cars to go in reverse. You saw the number of people at the intersection there, but it looks like there's a handful more that are trying to gain access to the funeral home. Again, whether they're part of the procession or not, I'm not sure. So, okay. Okay. Great. Sounds good. Yeah, I mean, the doors, I think, are closed, but there's still a crowd gathering around the hearse. Obviously, we already saw the casket being offloaded and into the funeral home. They may have to, for those other vehicles that are still outside the perimeter of the funeral home, they may have to park temporarily until they can figure out how to get some of them might be family members or close friends and associates, and they're going to want to pay their final respects today before tomorrow's service here at the funeral home. But again, LAPD is down there, and there is a way to exit this parking lot other than that white gate entrance right there. So anybody who doesn't belong will be able to be escorted out off the property if they don't belong here. But obviously, you do have quite a crowd there that has built up along 39th Street and Crenshaw Boulevard. Incidentally, they actually have LAPD has 39th Street shut down. So lot of the cars that were coming up Crenshaw are unable to make a left turn onto 39th. Here you see some more vehicles that may very well have family members on board, so they're letting them through here. There was a few more behind him too, so we'll see how this plays out here, but certainly you can see some folks starting to make their way out and filtering out. I think if we pan back over to where that hearse parked, there was another crowd kind of forming around that vehicle, but really there's not much left to see tonight. I don't know how they're going to decide who to let into whatever final service they have tonight inside the building, but that'll be up to them, I guess. Copy. I think we're wrapping up here in a minute. Yeah, I think Hawthorne's the best bet. Yeah, as soon as you're done with me, we're going. You sure? Okay. Sounds good. You got it. We're clear. Hawthorne. Air 7 News Desk.